Hey guys, it's Bastian time. Welcome to this episode of This Week in Nintendo News. I'm your host Bastian. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Let's get to that first story. So first up is an interesting story wherein a UK retailer on their site listed the GamePad for purchase as a separate standalone purchase. This sent Nintendo fans into a frenzy, thinking, oh my goodness, finally they're going to let us buy additional GamePads if we so choose. Turns out it was just a mistake. The retailer has since taken that down and has said, oops, we didn't mean to put that up, we don't know how that happened. So either it really was just a complete mistake, or they are going to be sold as a separate standalone purchase soon, but not quite yet. So maybe that's a hint that that's going to be coming soon. In case you didn't already know, but I'm sure you do, the Nintendo TVii is now live. I have not yet experienced it myself. If you've used the service, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below exactly what you like about it or don't like about it. It seems pretty interesting. The creator of the mother games, or Earthbound as they seem to be known over here, Itoi has recently been quoted as saying that he is right now working on something Mother or Earthbound related, but it is not the long desired fourth game. Instead, it is a republication of something. So it sounds like what it is just going to be probably a port of one of the games, or maybe all of the games, to like the 3DS, or maybe just to the Wii U's eShop or something. But who knows, maybe it could be some brand new related game that isn't exactly Mother 4, but is something. So we'll just have to wait and see, fingers crossed. This is not the Wii U GamePad. It sure looks like it, doesn't it? But no, a developer has created this thing, which they're calling the Smart Console, and really it's meant to just be a handheld portable system. So it's not even letting you play, they're not developing brand new software for it or anything. It's basically an Android device that lets you play Android apps, but then also pirated games. So I wonder how long it's going to take them to be sued by Nintendo. So Mr. Miyamoto, the genius behind all things Nintendo, was recently quoted as saying that with the Wii U's GamePad, he's very interested in sort of revisiting some of the old unused ideas that he had for the way that the Game Boy Advance connected to the GameCube. Basically like gameplay ideas. Now, of course, we Zelda fans know about fortoled adventures, which was an amazing use of the Game Boy Advance, and then the GameCube. A really smart idea. My personal favorite use of those two features was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, which allowed you to use the Game Boy Advance to sort of look at all of your items and spells and all that kind of stuff in multiplayer mode without cluttering up the screen for everybody else. So hopefully they'll create some sort of Zelda fortoled adventures game along those lines, or maybe something brand new. Our next story is not a very pleasant one, and it happened right before Christmas, and basically it was this massive operation of thieves who managed to steal $2 million worth of Wii U consoles. Basically they found some sort of way to get into a warehouse and then load up a truck of $2 million worth of Wii U console. That is a lot of Wii U consoles, and that's also pretty freaking sad, but what can you do? Our next story comes from Did You Know Gaming, and according to them, the GameCube game Luigis Mansion was actually hinted at way before any news about it was released, and it was hinted at all the way back in Paper Mario, which was Nintendo's 64 game. I guess if you read some sort of diary It talks about Luigi hoping that he gets an adventure of his own or a game of his own or something like that, and then something about a haunted mansion. So anyways, that's pretty amusing that Nintendo gave us hints about a game that we didn't even realize was happening at the time. And then our final story is about a Nintendo fan trolling Sony. You'll remember last week I mentioned that the president of Sony posted on Miiverse, the only thing that he had posted to that date was I heart PlayStation. And I felt like that was trolling because, to me, that just sort of feels like, it's like, what if Justin Bieber went to the Lumineers rock show and sat in the audience and all he did was held up a sign that said, I heart Justin Bieber. It's like, what are you doing? This is a Lumineers concert, not a Justin Bieber concert. So I don't know. Anyways, I personally thought it was a little tacky, but many of you did not, and I respect you for having your own opinions. So I'm glad we can agree to disagree. But anyways, in this particular story, probably spurred on by that thing that happened last week, a Nintendo fan posted an image that basically made fun of the PlayStation 3's original price, which was fairly astronomical. But what's nice is that the Sony executive just sort of responded with a ha 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 kind of response. So at least I have a sense of humor. So last week I mentioned that a lot of people have been suggesting that I set up some sort of donation sort of thing for a HD camera fund sort of thing, so that way we can have these videos in HD. And so I decided to finally go ahead and set that up. But you guys have not exactly come through. Only one of you at the time of this filming has donated, and that's Melvin H, who contributed $15. Now, I wasn't expecting anybody to contribute even $5. I thought maybe if every one of my viewers contributed $1, then that would be more than enough for a cam. So thanks to Melvin8. If you'd like to contribute to that fund, there's a link for you down below, and I'll be sure to give you a shout out if you do. So that's it for this episode of This Week in Nintendo News. See you guys next week. Bye!